All right, today is Monday, May the 4th, 2026. I'm out here in my little propagation beds I was experimenting with this year. I was running on a shoestring budget and still do. But I put sand in these. That over there had potting soil in it for my cuttings. This side was sand, which is what I really wanted in everything. I was looking. I wasn't really expecting everything to be rooted yet. It's still been cool. I'm figuring mid-June or so if I really pull a whole lot of stuff out and start checking roots. But I did pull a few of the lantanas. They were looking pretty vigorous, and so some of them are rooted good and some of them are barely. And I pulled a few that didn't really have any roots, so I stuck them back in. But some of them are small roots. I'm gonna go ahead and pot these up. I have two kinds of lantanas. I got some more down there in another box, so I'll label these as to the box they come out of. So I have two different kinds, and I wasn't sure when I took the cuttings which colors they were. I have some orange. I believe they're orange and pink, and some that's pink and yellow, or orange and yellow and pink and yellow. Anyways, I will get that straightened out once the parent plants start blooming, and I'll know which colors they are. But I'm going to label these according to the box I took them out of. What I wanted to show is, and I can't remember what's in this box, so I have to look at my records, but you can tell there's not much going on. There's a few with some leaves. I do know in this box, all these sticks are Carolina Jessamine. Now I see one here with leaves, so I'm going to leave them. Most of them seem to be dead. I pulled one or two up and they were dead sticks, dried out. And I believe part of the problem is these old bee boxes I was using. You see that right there is busted out, and a lot of the sand over the winter leaked out. And I believe that settling and the leakage and the moving around messed these up. The shifting of the sand also messed with these rosemaries here. You see, most of my rosemaries are dead out of the same box. So I have to build something a little more contained. This was just a spur of the moment deal, and most of the other ones look pretty decent. There's some of the others down there. There's quite a few that's not doing good in that box. The potting soil boxes had a high, that was used potting soil, so there was a high rate of junk weed seeds that had gotten in that from sitting around, came up among all the cuttings, and so that's not a good thing. So just showing the good, bad, and the ugly here, being honest with what we're doing. I'm not going to have near the harvest of plant material that I wanted to have this year, but we're learning, we're doing, putting a foot out. I'm not going to go in there and look at it, but on some videos earlier this year I'd made of my fig cuttings that I kept inside the greenhouse over there. I had probably 300 fig cuttings of what, 10 or 12 varieties, I can't remember, and I probably lost 90%, 85-90% of them. That was due to the fact that every one of them were doing wonderful. And I had them covered with plastic, keeping the humidity in, and I removed that all at one time. I should have done a gradual removal of the plastic, let them get used to the air outside that's not as moist as what's inside that plastic, and start weaning them off of that. I took it off one day, all the bags, I was looking at them, and I forgot to put the plastic back on the plants, and several days later I come out and everything was brown. I put the bags back on, and some recouped and some did not. So there's two varieties that I had ordered in and bought cuttings that I did not have that variety on my property. I lost both of them varieties. There's another two varieties that I had ordered in from a separate source, and I believe I've got some of each one of them still alive, so that's a good thing. The rest of them I have on property. I can take more cuttings whenever. So it's not a total loss as far as I can still get them varieties, but man, when you have that many and you lose most of them, it's kind of a kick in the hind end. But just keeping it all real, keeping it all honest. I've got a lot of things that are green out here, and that's the way it goes when you're dealing with nature like this and plants and playing God. You're not God, so you mess them up sometimes. Thanks for watching. God bless.